Hello, happy Sunday. I am here to do the opening for my week 29 vlog. If you have not watched any of my videos before, welcome. My name is Stacy and welcome to Reads of an Apple. This is my weekly vlog where I kind of go over what's going on during the week. I touch base on what I'm reading, but I try to leave most of my bookish content talk for other videos. And then I also play the quest calendar, but let's just go through. I have quite a bit to go through today. It's been a busy weekend. First of all, last night, Saturday night the 17th, was Drums Along the Rockies in Fort Collins, Colorado, the Colorado edition. I had such a wonderful night. For the most part. I was a little angry because my brother was super late and then they didn't announce beforehand that they were going to have the Troopers Legacy Corps, which is the Troopers alumni corps, performing. And so we were still standing outside and then we were like, okay, let's get in line. And we were still waiting for my brother. And we heard him playing and I'm just like, it kind of broke my heart a little bit because I got to see him. I heard him warm up. I heard the just end of their warm-ups. And it's the first corps that I have heard in person and seen in person since my mom passed. So 2015 was the last time we went to Drums Along the Rockies. And it used to be down in Denver at the Broncos Stadium. But the Troopers is who I marched with and also who my mom marched with. So I had already cried twice before we got inside because I mean, I wasn't like sobbing, but I was crying and teared up. And then I had to post it on my Instagram stories. It was just like, oh my God, the Kismet stuff. And then when Patty showed up, I told her about it and started crying again. And I just love drum corps. If you enjoy music, any kind of music, and you have a local drum corps show, please go check it out. I cannot tell you how amazing it is. And I can tell you, watch a video, listen to the music, and I can say, oh, it's kind of like marching band. It's like a professional type of marching band, but it's akin to marching band like the NFL is to like high school football. It's just on a whole nother level, and it is music that you can feel. And I have missed seeing it in person. And with COVID, they didn't do a full tour the last couple years and all that, but I had a really, really nice night. And I was going to try to film some clips, but all I got was 17 seconds of the Troopers. So that was just a little bit. I totally spaced that I saw when they were still doing auditions and stuff that they were looking for a cello soloist, but their show this year is Voracious and it's set on like the oil fields in 1884, and it was such a good freaking show. Let me tell you, the Troopers were not that when I marched. We were still kind of at the bottom of the league, so to speak. And my heart was just so full last night. I am a music lover to my core. Music has just been so important in my entire life, and I really missed it. And I have gone to like the movie theater when they do the season openers and what they now call preliminaries for the World Championship in August, and I already have my movie ticket. I got it before the season opener in June. in August, and I am excited. The only bad part is usually here in Colorado we don't get a lot of the bigger names. Like we had Santa Clara and we had Blue Devils, and then we have the hometown guys, Blue Knights, and then we usually have the Troopers as well. There has been a couple years though where the Troopers weren't here, even though it's like they're the second hometown team. Although they did have a Drums Along the Rockies Cheyenne edition I saw this year, so I don't know. But if you enjoy music, I just can't. It's the best way for me to have somebody experience it is to take you there, and so you can really understand and see what it is. And it's just, my boss told me that she would be interested in going next year, and I feel the same way with books. When it's something that I love and so passionately and it's so close to my heart, I always feel weird like recommending stuff to people or pushing people to go. And I didn't really have to push my boss too hard. Although I wonder if maybe she went because when I talked to her, I was like so excited and kind of freaking out because I didn't want to go alone. But they're having it at the CSU Stadium here in Fort Collins again next year, which would be super fun. And I ended up just walking there yesterday. It was like a 15-minute walk, which was even better because I didn't have to worry about parking or anything. And then I caught a ride home with my brother because it was like 10:30 at night. And while Fort Collins is a pretty safe town, I would rather get a ride just to be safe. But it was a great night. It was a great night. But I wasn't even planning on talking much about that, but there you go. So it goes. So, yesterday I started, and this morning I finished My Halloween Heartbreak by Melanie Ting. I read this for the Hockey Champions Readathon, of which the vlog will be out now, so I'll put that up in the cards above. And I will talk more about my thoughts on it in that vlog, but I will just kind of tell you it is book 2 in her holiday hat trick series, and there is a little bit of hockey in here. It's beer league hockey, and it's not as much, although from what I understand, the characters in the first and the third book, there's probably more hockey, at least in the first book, or I know for sure in the third book, because the third book the hero is a former AHL player, which is like the NHL's minor league. And the first book is a guy who's like one of the captains of it. So I feel like the first book and the third book probably have more of the hockey aspect, but you don't have to read hockey romance for the readathon. But I gave this 4 stars. I enjoyed it. It was super cool, and I definitely want to read the first and third book in this series and definitely read more from Melanie Ting. So for my other bingo boards, and one of the main reasons why I picked this up was because the Rip Bodice Summer Bingo has a Halloween prompt, so I am using it for that. Got my Halloween one taken care of. And then for Summer of Swoon, I ended up having to shift this to board 2, and I'm going to use this for orange on the cover. And that is that. So before we get to the quest calendar, I do have a couple of unboxings. So, Novel Grounds, I have unboxed stuff from them before. They are a bookish merch website. I'll have them linked down below. It's not an affiliate tag or anything. I just love their stuff. And they did a Mafia drop, so they had 5 or 6 Mafia authors that they had different items you could buy for, and Sophie Lark was one of them, and I love Sophie Lark. And as you will see, they ended up doing most of the Sophie Lark stuff. They had some Kingmaker stuff, but they also did my favorite book in the Brutal Birthright series, so I had to get the Brutal Birthright stuff because I'm super excited. So I've got my boxes. I've pre-opened them, but I haven't opened them because I just didn't want to sit here and have you guys watch me struggle with packing tape. So these boxes are super cool because there's a mug in this one. And this box just like folds out. I love these boxes. They're super cool. So, Axle Auto, diagnosing one touch at a time, making your engine run smooth again. So this is Camilla's father's auto shop where she is the head mechanic. And if you did not know, this is from Savage Lover. This is Nero's girl. I love her. She is such a badass. And of course, I mean, I love mugs, but I just love it because it's Savage Lover, but it's not obvious that it's Savage Lover, and it's just like only a fan would know what Axel's auto is. So I got that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bonk you. And then I was gonna get a Kingmaker thing, but I did get a Kingmaker's thing. Okay. I thought this was the Axel Auto sweatshirt. I don't even remember. So I did get the Kingmakers. I got it in a sweatshirt. I got the black one. So this is just, and this is like the school motto for the Kingmakers University. And then heirs, enforcers, accountants, and spies. Whoa. I could smell the ink on it. That's weird. But I've been more into like the crew neck sweatshirts. And it's far enough down, I might try to play with cutting the collars. Because even that's why I stopped kind of wearing t-shirts, because I only like the v-neck ones. But I'm wearing more and more sweatshirts, like this kind of sweatshirt, so I decided I'd get it. And then, because I was placing an order, I went ahead and got a couple of the stickers that I hadn't gotten from them yet that weren't on sale last time they had a sale. So I will pull those out. Oh, and this is their logo. And then this is Bring On the Feels. Isn't it gorgeous? And these are like the thick vinyl stickers. And then now that I have officially started reading ACOTAR, I had to get Hello, Feyre Darling. Although I know that this comes in A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the book for this month for the readathon, read along, the SJM read along. So I will be reading A Court of Mist and Fury this month. But now I think this is my first official Sarah J. Maas merchandise, I feel like. And from what I understand, if I get obsessed with these books like everybody else is, everything Book Crochet will be buying in the near future will be SJM related. But that is what I got from Novel Grounds. Not too much, but I had to at least look and see what their Mafia authors were, who they were going to be. The first purchase I actually made from them was when they did some Small Town People, and Elsie Silver and Claire Kingsley was a part of it, and I adore both of them. So, and then the other thing I have is I got my Fortune Cookie Soap box yesterday. So this is for the July box, and I'm so bad. I don't get on Facebook anymore, so I don't even know what the themes are. So I will try to go through this as quickly as we can here. Okay, so, it's Out of This World. So it looks like it's all going to be like space themed. So Extended Collection launches July 29th, 2 p.m. Central Time. It's listed all down below. And that's all their information. And then their scent descriptions are on the back. Looks like we have 4 items. And then they always have 4 stickers. And then you get 1 at random in your order. So this is Stay Weird. That's super fun. I love their stickers. I turn a lot of them into magnets for my bookshelf. So, and then we've got fun green tissue paper. So let's see what we have. And I have no idea what to expect. Usually I at least look at the scent descriptions beforehand, but okay, what are we gonna go for? Let's do this one first. Okay, so fine fragrance mist, so extra terrestrial, as in quotation marks. So, it's this really pretty purple. And there's not like any glitter or anything. Or this is pink, not purple. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and spray it so it disperses. Ooh, this is a little bit florally, but it's got some sweetness to it too. That's not bad. That's a good one for summer. Or even spring before you get in like the super fruity scents for summer. I like that. I like that a lot. So extraterrestrial. Are there any intelligent life forms out there? Sweet mango, creamy coconut, delicate lotus flower, and vanilla will make you believe there is extraterrestrial life beyond this planet. That's cool. That's fun. So that's a fine fragrance mist. I would give this like 4.5 out of 5. Okay. Oh, this is new. Glitter Enzyme Face Mask in the scent Beam Me Up. That is really pretty. And it's got glitter in it. I've never had an Enzyme face mask from them. So apply to clean face and neck, avoid eye area. Leave on skin for 10 minutes, rinse well with warm water. Use 1 to 2 times a week. Interesting. And the first ingredient is aloe leaf juice. And then organic pineapple fruit extract. A lot of fruit extracts. And hazel water. Interesting. There is organic alcohol in this. So I know a lot of people are sensitive to alcohol in their skin stuff. I am too sometimes, depending on how it's mixed. So this may or may not be good for me. But let's see what it smells like. I like this. I like this a lot. I would get this in like a body milk or an aloe me. Oh, this is super, it's super fruity. With like a touch of milkiness. It's really good. I really like this. I would give this 4.5 stars as well. So beam me up. Search the sky for UFOs that bright beam of light to transport you to another time and place. This blend of juicy orange crisp apples and creamy coconut will have you wanting to travel to undiscovered galaxies. So orange, crisp apples, and creamy coconut. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, next. This is soap slime. It's super, looks like this has mica in it, not just glitter. Scoop slime onto wet skin and lather up. I'm not a big fan of slime. Don't stop believing is the scent. But, whoa. Whoa. Ah! I don't know, man. I don't know. Ooh. This is citrusy. I don't want to touch it, but I'll touch it and see. Yeah, so don't stop believing. Whoa. That actually lathered up. I just put a little bit and it lathered up on my skin already. That's crazy. I think I'm going to give this one a 4-star. Okay, so apparently the second half of this clip disappeared. My video just stopped. So I need to refilm those last couple things. So we were looking at the bubble scoop, or we were about to look at the bubble scoop, but I'm going to cut out the bubble scoop from before. So you didn't see the bubble scoop. Ignore the bubble scoop. Okay, the final item in the box is Spaced Out Bubble Scoop. It is purple and black, and it has some really pretty purple glitter on it. And mine kind of fell apart, but that's what the color looks like. And it smells so good. This is my favorite scent of the box. 5 stars. I love this. I cannot wait. I'm really hoping that whatever my new place is, it has a bathtub because I miss taking baths, and I have a bunch of bath stuff set aside for when I get a bathtub again. So the scent on this is Space It Out. Take a trip to another dimension. Otherworldly citrus blends perfectly with bright exotic flowers, fresh mango slices, and goji berries. This blend will bring you back down to earth. Love it. Like I said, 5 stars. Favorite scent. This is a really good box. I have 2 4.5 scents, 1 4-star scent, and 1 5-star scent. So I am definitely excited. Like I said, if you're interested in any of these, the extended collection launches July 29th, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you sign up for their newsletter, they will send out a pre-newsletter, just kind of giving a couple little sneak peeks of a couple different products and what they're going to be in the scents, because not all scents are in the same type of products. And then when the collection also goes live, you'll get an email notification that it's live. So if you are interested and don't want to remember on that day, sign up for their newsletter. It is perfect. Also, they are going to do pre-orders later this month for their Halloween box. And from what I can tell from the teasers, I think it's going to be Coraline themed, which will be super fun. But I am a big fan of their Halloween box and their Christmas boxes. But the Halloween box always has a lot of really good stuff. Last year, it was like $55. With the way everything in the world is going up, it wouldn't surprise me if it's a little bit more this year. But you get a lot of full-size stuff, and then usually a printed item with their logo, so something extra that's fun. Definitely check out Fortune Cookie Soap. I don't think I said the monthly box that I get. It's the only one you can get, but it is $16.95 a month, and then you get an email notification when it ships with a $10 off $25 coupon code, which lasts for 30 days. So it's perfect to use when the collection launches, and free shipping. So $16.95 flat, and I'm a big fan of them. So the last thing we have for today is the quest calendar. Now, let me find my stuff here. Okay, so we will go over the blurb since this is a new week. I am playing the 2022 quest calendar, The Gates of Terralon. This is a daily calendar that's based off of tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, that kind of stuff. And this one, it does combine Saturdays and Sundays on one page, just so you know that. So it's not actually 365 pages. But I am super duper enjoying this. So our overall plot is these are the gates to different worlds, and the demon world gate has come apart and a shard of the gate has landed in each of these different worlds, and we were tasked by a dying world watcher to collect all of these shards and put back together the gate so that the universe doesn't implode, pretty much. And then we are playing as Savani Moonchaser. She is a monk character, and she is a feline, so a cat person. Okay, so last week we ended off going to a new world, which is an air world, and this is a air pirate ship, which makes me think of Stardust. And here's what we are dealing with today. So we've got some pirates on board. Last week it ended, if you did not see last week's vlog, when we entered the world we started falling and was caught by a net. And so now it looks like we've got pirates that got us. And then just I'll go over really quickly, any of the script type font is going to be like the story descriptions that we read. And then anything in this block font that's in this box, this will be like the mechanics that we use to play the game. So, you are pulled into a ship and released from the net that saved you. The ship's captain stands before you. Hoy! That was quite the spectacle. Impressive to see you alive. I'm Captain Spaulding, he says as he draws his sword. Now, tell me what crime got you evicted from your ship. Convince the captain of your origins and mission. Roll a d20 plus charisma. Reminder, persuasive. And we do not have persuasive, and our charisma is a 0. So it's just going to be whatever we roll. And then all of the information we need about our roll is on the back of the previous day's page. So there is some information we need to know before the roll. Several crewmates approach you with chains to lock you up. However, it appears the captain is willing to hear you out. He's willing to hear you out? Yeah. If your virtue is less than 0, take a -4 penalty to this roll. And we are at a +8, so we are okay. My goodness, you want to say hi? Say hi. I'm a cheese poof. It's almost 5 o'clock, and so she says, it's the weekend, I get dinner early. Huh. You get dinner early? Get your kitties. I guess that feels really good, huh? Okay, so we will roll our charisma as a 0, so it'll be whatever we roll. You're standing on my dice. Thank you. Okay, so that is a 15, so we will see what we need. We got it exactly. If the result is 15 or more, just barely, Captain Spaulding seems to nod and calls off the crew that was about to lock you up. Ah, 'tis quite the story. I am inclined to believe you, seeing as how demons fell from the sky not long ago. I had to be sure. We tried rescuing one of them before we knew what it was. We lost good men that day. Anyhow, we'll take you back to the Spire at Luftaria. We are headed to the city now for the big race, but no one gets free passage aboard the Devil's Heart. You'll be expected to work the ship till we get there. That sounds fun. So we're going to Luftaria, which is the main city it looks like, or at least a city near here, for a big race. I wonder if we'll be like helping out with the race at some point. I can see that being most of the time when we go to a new world, there's like odd jobs that we have to do. So I can see some of the odd jobs be like setting up stuff for the race or helping out with the race. And we are on the Devil's Heart. Super fun. I'm excited. We're in a new world. We're in an air world, which is super fun. It reminds me of One Piece and like the floating island places, and that's all islands and not worlds, but it gives me the same kind of vibes, you know. Alrighty, so that is it for today. Book wise, real quick, I'm going to be picking up Offside by Juliana Stone. This is the first book in her Barker triplet series, and I was leaning towards picking this up instead of spinning the spinner wheel for my readathon, but I went ahead and did the spinner wheel anyway just to see what popped up, and it won the spinner wheel too. So I will be picking that up later today and hopefully finishing it today. If I get through at least over half of it tonight, I'm still going to count it for the readathon, but we will see what happens. But anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a good Monday and a good rest of your weekend, even though I'm saying this to you in the ether because when you watch this, it will be a Wednesday, or at least I post this on Wednesdays or Tuesdays. I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering. I'll see you all very soon. Happy Monday. It has been a Monday for sure. But let's touch base real quick on what I've been reading. So last night I did start and finish Offside by Juliana Stone. This is the first book in her Barker triplet series. I'm going to give this 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. The main heroine is Billy Joe, and she was a professional women's hockey player. So she was in 2 Olympics. She played hockey in college, and then she actually at the beginning of this book was in Sweden playing for one of the leagues that allows like co-ed. But she is being sent home because she's had another concussion. So she's had 2 concussions, and they just don't want, like, that's too much of a risk because, you know, usually the 3rd concussion kind of is really, really bad. So they basically pay out the rest of her contract and send her back to America. But 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this. Like I've mentioned before, definitely check out my Hockey Champions Readathon vlog, which will be up the previous Saturday. I've linked it in the cards beforehand, and I really enjoyed it. There was a little too much going on, especially with the beginning and the hate that she was getting from men and women in her town. Plus, also her sister was in on it, and then her father had dementia, and then there was the angst between her and Logan, her hero, and it was just a little too much. But I really enjoyed it, and I definitely plan on picking up the other 2 books in the series at some point. But I use this for so it did not work for the Rip Bodice, and then I have to shift this over to the Summer of Swoon board 2, and I'm going to use this for a tear-jerker romance because it had me crying quite a few times in the beginning. Especially when she gets in this really nasty argument with her sister. And I mean, it's easy to make me cry. So you give me a silly freaking rom-com that makes me tear up, and I probably could count it for a tearjerker. But anyway, I'm going to do it for tearjerker, but that's on board 2. So I still need to finish board 1, but at least I could shift them over to board 2. And there's that. Tonight when I got home, oh my God. Guys, it was 104 today. I'm over this heat. Is it fall yet? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. So when I got home, I just laid in front of the fan and tried to, like, cool off. And I started the Rake Appreciation Society book, which is The Lady Chosen by Stephanie Lawrence. This is the first book in her Bastion Club series. I'm not too far in because I was getting kitty cuddles and other fun things. I am 24% in, so I'm hoping I can at least get to the 50% mark, if not a little bit more, and then I can finish it tomorrow because the meeting has been moved up a day early on Wednesday. So I definitely want to get to at least 50% on that tonight, but it is already kind of late because I have been wasting time and not filming, but that's okay. So that's all I have for that. I'm enjoying it so far. And yeah, I'm going to leave whatever thoughts I have for later until I finish it. So let's do the quest calendar. So yesterday we were able to convince the guys that we were not criminals that were basically mutinied off into a different airship. So I'm guessing we're either making it to the city or we'll have to do our helpful stuff. So I'm guessing this is maybe the thing that, or no. Okay, there's targets on these balloons. Okay, so are we going to learn how to shoot or something? With the, like, airship cannons? Okay, let's see. You spend several hours diligently helping with various chores on the ship and being social with the crew. After a while, Captain Spaulding comes up to speak with you. 'Tis good to see you getting along with the crew and pulling your weight on the ship. You fancy yourself a warrior, eh? Apparently he's Canadian. One of the crew we lost was a gunner. Head below deck for some target practice and see how well you do. See instructions to learn the new gunner skill. Ooh, okay. So let's look on the back. Today you will gain a new skill, Gunner. Your starting skill value is plus or minus 10. The gunner's skill is used when firing a cannon on board the ship and increases your chance to hit your target. When firing the cannon, you will have a target number to hit. You will roll the D100 and use your gunner skill to add and minus your skill value to get out to a range. If the target number is within that range, you hit the target. Example, if the D100 result is 30 and your gunner skill is plus 20, you can hit anything in a range of 10 to 50. If the target is 25, you hit. If the target is 60, you miss. Okay, so I'll have to reread that later, but we aren't actually going to be using the gunner skill right now, so we are going to be learning. So we have 4 different rolls we'll have to make, and we will just go down the list. So let me get my D20 out, and we will chat about what they are. So number 1, learn by observing. Roll a D20 plus your wisdom. Reminder, student. Okay, so our wisdom is a +2. And that is, oh, a nat 20. Nice. So 22, so we needed an 11 or more. You take to learning this gunner skill well. Raise your gunner skill by 5. So we're at +15. Okay, and then number 2 is learn by instruction, which is an intellect reminder student. So it's just what we're gonna roll. And that is an 11. Oh, this one is 11. Perfect. If the result is 11 or more, you pick up more information to learning this gunner skill. Raise your gunner skill by 5. So we are at a +20. Okay. Number 3, learn by doing, which is a dexterity roll. So we are good at those. That is a 13, so 19. And once again, we needed an 11. You pick up more information to learning this gunner skill. Raise your gunner skill by 5. So we are up to 25. And then the final step is learn through practice. Roll a D20 plus strength, reminder, athlete. So our strength is a +2. However, we have athlete, so that gives us another +2. So we are at a +4, plus we get an extra +2 from our follower. So a +6. And that is a 12, so we are at 18. And once again, it was 11. So you pick up more information to learning this gunner skill. Raise your gunner skill by 5. So we are at a total of +30. Take note of your gunner skill and write it down on your character sheet, as you will need it later. Cool. So we are at a +30. And that is it for today. Cool. We are learning a new skill. That's super fun. And that is all I have for today. So tomorrow's supposed to be cooler. It's still supposed to be high 90s, but you know, there is a difference between, like, it can be 99 and 101, and you think 2 degrees isn't that different. But there is a big difference once you break that 100, and I'm just over it. So hopefully tomorrow will be a better day and cooler day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hello, happy Tuesday. It was cooler today. It was only 97 degrees. I'm over this. I'm over it. Okay, but I do have some things to share with you today. So, finally, freaking finally, look what showed up at work today. Bright like wildfire. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it so pretty? And I love this font. It's the same font that's on. Isn't that just a gorgeous font? I love fonts like that, but oh, it's so gorgeous. I am so happy to have a copy for my shelves. Even the spine is like really pretty. Look at that. I don't know. It's just got that autumn vibes, the autumn color vibes, and I love it. I love it. It's really, really pretty. I'll show you the back too. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm just happy. I love getting books, but I love getting paperbacks of books that I read and loved, even more so when it's a favorite author of mine like Juliet. So I'm so happy to finally freaking have this. Yay. And that is all I really have. So let's do the quest calendar. So yesterday we learned a new skill, the gunner skill for the skyship we're on. So let's see what we do today. It's a dinosaur of some kind. That's crazy. It looks like a different style of artwork, so I wonder if it's a fake one. But let's see. You finish with shooting practice and let the gun cool down. The ship makes a sharp turn and banks into a circular dive. You hear a bell ringing from the decks above, and Captain Spaulding shouts, "Man your positions, take evasive action." You look outside the gun port and see a flock of vicious birds swarming around the ship. You heat up the gun for another round of target practice. One of them lands on the ship and begins pecking at you through the gun port. Oh, what? What is that nonsense? Okay. Alrighty. So at the top is Gunner is the skill learned yesterday for firing the ship's cannons. When firing the cannon, you will have a target number to hit. You will roll the D100 and use your gunner skill to add and minus your skill value to get to a range. If the target number is within that range, you hit the target. Example, if the D100 result is 30 and your gunner skill is plus minus 20, you can hit anything with a range of 10 to 50. If the target is 25, you hit. If the target is 60, you miss. So we are going to roll a D100, and I do not have a physical D100. So we will do it the old style way where you roll your percentile D10 and your normal D10. So this is the one that gives you the tens amounts. And then this is the one that gives you the single digit. So, Scullard number 1. These birds are called scullards, I guess. So fire the cannon. And we're at a plus minus 30. Okay, so I rolled a 35. So our range is from 5 to 65. Ooh, 30 is a good one. And the target to hit is 50. So we are in the target range. So the cannon blasts straight through the vicious bird and sends it plummeting down. So Scullard number 2. And that is a 14. So we'll just say it's 0 to 44 is our range. And Scullard number 2, the target to hit is 35. Okay, we hit the target. Your shot tears through the flying creature and sends feathers exploding out in a puff. Alright, Scullard number 3, fire the cannon. And that is 70. So that is an easy one. So we are at between 40 to 100. And the target to hit is 60. Perfect. Alright, if you hit the target, your cannon blast tears through the wing of one of the birds and it spirals out of control. And then final Scullard number 4, fire the cannon. And we are at, a 99. That's crazy. So 69 to 100. The target to hit is 75. So if you hit the target, the shot rips the beak off of the flying monster and its feathers explode everywhere. If you killed 4 Scullards, collect 4 gold. And that is it. Cool. So we officially have used our gunner skill for real, and that is super duper fun. and we killed 4 scollards, so we get 4 gold. So I will get my gold mark down, and then that is all I have for today. It is Tuesday, so I'm probably gonna take a shower next. It's a little early. It's only like just after 7 o'clock, but I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night reading and relaxing and trying to finish The Lady Chosen by Stephanie Lawrence. I'm only 37% in, so I've got some reading to do, but hopefully it won't take me too long. Last night it went pretty quickly when I sat back down to read. I was tired really quickly, so I couldn't keep my eyes open. So hopefully I'll be able to get through at least most of it. If not, I can get the audiobook from my library and finish the rest of it tomorrow at work. But I'm hoping to read through as much as I can tonight. But I will update you on that once I finish it. So I hope you all have a happy hump day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I don't even remember what day it is. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. Oh boy, we are halfway through this week. I cannot wait till next week. It was in the 90s again today. We're supposed to be in the high 90s again tomorrow. But next week we're supposed to cool down into the 80s. And I am ready for the cool down for sure. But I do have some updates before we do the quest calendar. So I laid down to read, and it wasn't even half an hour before I fell asleep. And then I was woken up at 2 o'clock this morning, and all my lights were still on. And if I don't put on ambient music on YouTube, I put on my classical music, like music channel, because I have DirecTV. I put it on that, and it worked perfectly because I was reading a historical romance. So I like to put classical music on for that. And it was like all my lights were on, and that was still playing on my TV. And I was just like, my fan was still going full force. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I couldn't fall asleep till after 4 o'clock, but that's beside the point. So I completely crashed. And this morning I woke up only at 39% of the book. I didn't even read a full freaking chapter last night. So today I got my audiobook all set up, and I started listening to it on the way to work, and then I listened to it almost all day at work, and then I finished it on the way home. Well, I listened to it on the way home, and then I needed to empty the dishwasher, and my boss was telling me today she saw somebody made hard-boiled eggs in the oven. So then we were looking into it, and I saw you could do them in the air fryer. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to try that. So I tried some hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer. They were good. They were super good. I prefer like a hard soft, so like it's like in between. It's kind of like a thicker, like it's not completely crumbly, but it's not completely soft. I like a like in between. But closer to the hard boil end. So what I did is I did 13 minutes at 270 degrees, and I let my air fryer preheat beforehand. And it was like easiest, like I was like, oh, it's not that hard to boil water, but I could just put them in, and I was, getting cheese dinner and doing the dishwasher and just rinsing out and cleaning up all my lunch dishes from today, from my Tupperwares and stuff. And I was like, this is kind of easy. And then I have hard-boiled eggs. So I'm super excited that it worked, and it worked really well. So that is a tip for you today. Make hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer. Now, my people said, or at least the recipe I saw said, for completely soft-boiled eggs, you want to do 9 to 11 minutes For the in-between, you want to do 11 to 13 minutes. And for hard-boiled eggs, you want to do 13 to 15 minutes. And I did it at 13. I think next time I might try it at 14 and see if it's a little bit harder. But I liked them at 13 for sure, because they were just a touch enough soft. But everything else was like, and it wasn't runny. It was just a touch soft. So they were perfect. I loved them. And I haven't had hard-boiled eggs in forever. But, so I finished the audiobook to The Lady Chosen during all this. And just in time, because I have about 30 minutes before it starts for Rake Appreciation tonight. I'm going to give this 4 stars. I enjoyed this. This is my first Stephanie Lawrence. I understand Stephanie Lawrence and like the hype for her historical steam, because holy moly, the tension between them was really good. But I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to save it for my full review. But I really enjoyed it. Stephanie Lawrence has been a historical author I've been wanting to pick up forever. So I'm glad the Rake Appreciation gave me the like impetus to finally pick it up. And I really want to read her Sinster series as well. And this is the first book in her Bastion Club series. And we saw one of the Sinster brothers. So I think this spins off of the Sinster series, I think. Or it at least was published after the main portion of it. But for my bingo boards, I used it for, I had to shift this one also to the second board of Summer of Swoon, and I'm going to do this for No People on the Cover. And then for the Ripped Bodice Summer Bingo, I'm going to use this one for high tea, because they, you know, to me, high tea is historical tea time, and that happens several times in here. So that is all I have. So let's do the quest calendar, because I'm super excited. So yesterday we got to use our new gunner skill. We took down these skullards, which are like dinosaur bird things, and they were attacking the ship we were on. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, we make it to Loftaria. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the waterfalls coming off the side of the island. I mean, I'd be nervous about the bridges from island to island, but I love this. I would live here. I would live here for sure. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Okay. Captain Spaulding lands the ship at the Spire. You got skills with the cannons. We could use you for the race. Come back in a couple days if you want to split the prize money. I called it. Cool. So visit the places in the city and speak with the residences. Very cool. So, in case we have to roll, I'm going to pull out my dice. Okay. Go ahead and just pull it all out. Alright. So, first off is the Spire. You leave the Devil's Heart ship and meander through the Spire for a bit. It is a large port for all of the airships. It is bustling with people and large enough to be its own town. Plastered all over the area are banners and posters advertising for the Great Air Race. One poster reveals that the reward for first place is a large sum of money and a unique trophy to go with it. The trophy is made of the very gate shard you came to look for. You'll need to win the race and claim the trophy. They're forcing us to join the race. I was going to join it anyway, but they're forcing our hands. Okay, so the Humble Hovel. An affordable bed in an otherwise expensive city. Pay 3 gold if you would like to take a rest. We used health potions, and that is all. The only thing it would do would give us we don't have any damage. We healed all our damage, so it wouldn't really be worth it for us to take a rest. So I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, the Crazed Chemist. An interesting shop that is located in a spherical building and atop a large spiral staircase sits precariously over the edge of a cliff. It is home to an eccentric gnome that dabbles in chemical concoctions. I can just picture him in my head. Vials and beakers litter the place. You hear an explosion as you enter the shop, and the place shakes. A gnome with a charred face greets you with excitement. And I'm picturing, like, goggles, and he lifts him up, and, like, everything's, like, Black City except for his eyeballs, and his hair is all funky, and in my brain, he's purple. Like, purple Madness Scientist gnome. I love it. I love it. All right. So he's got health potions, holy waters, potion of the winds, potion of the gods, a greater health potion, potion of giant strength, potion of fortitude, and drought of enrichment. So some of these we've faced before. The potions and the droughts we have not seen. Do you want to play with my paper? And so those would add a d6 to dexterity, intellect, strength, constitution, or wisdom. So we don't have one for charisma. But, you know, while they'd be nice, I'd rather save our money. So let's continue on. Because I've been saving to get upgrades for our weapons or armor. So, the last place, Baldi's Blacksmith. Ooh, okay. An odd-looking avian person is heating up an iron ingot at his forge. He has oddly large arms for his race and is missing most of his feathers. Perhaps they have been burned or singed off from embers in his forge. He can help improve your weapons for a price. So, Fortify is 30 gold, adds a +1 to all attack rolls, a maximum of +3. And Sharpen is 30 gold, adds +1 to all damage rolls, max of +3. So, I'm going to look at my character sheet. Okay, so we have 1 round of Fortify and 1 round of Sharpen. And we have 117 gold. So, I can technically buy 3 upgrades. What I'm debating on doing is getting 1 upgrade of each. And then if we do 1 upgrade each, and then that leaves a little bit of gold in case there's more shopping or stuff that we want to do. So I'm going to do that. And then that way we can max out our +3s at the same time. So, whoa, I'm knocking stuff over. Alright, so I'm going to change this. So our attack is going up by 1, and we are now at a base of +9. And our damage is now going to be 2d10 +3. So hopefully that'll be helpful when we're fighting things. Alright, and then that will leave me with 57 gold. So I will get this jotted down. 57. Okay, and then I need to go back to the character sheet, and I will mark that we are at Fortify +2 and Strengthen +2. Okay, perfect. And that is it for the quest calendar. Super easy, but we got some good fun stuff. We got to meet some people in the city. I'm happy the city is a lot friendlier than the last one is, so we could actually, you know, hang out with the people a little bit. But that is all I have for you today. So I'm going to pack all my stuff up and get ready for Rake Appreciation Society. And then I need to figure out what book I'm going to pick up next. Because I have What is today? Today is the 20th. Let me see. Let me look at something. I have for my to-do list, all right, so I need to read Raised by Tilly Cole this weekend. And then I need to read A Court of Mist and Fury by next weekend, by the 31st. So I might just free read until this weekend and then pick up Raise at that point. So what I will probably do is look at the other books I have set up for my TBR and pick one. And we will go from there. But I will let you know tomorrow what I am currently reading. I hope you have a good Thursday, and I will see you all very soon. Hello, happy Thursday. I am just here to make a quick update for a couple of things. First off, book news. Last night, I finally started Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is the first book in her Chestnut Spring series. And already, I am in love. Are we surprised? I am obsessed with Elsie Silver. The preceding series, Gold Rush Ranch, was my favorite last year. The first book in that, Off to the Races, was my favorite contemporary read of last year. And if you have read that series but haven't heard about Flawless, first off, where have you been? Second off, the second book in that series, Violet is the heroine. Hold on. Here. She almost knocked her dinner dish off the counter, even though it's on an anti-slip rug. She's licking that bowl clean. Anyway, the second book in Gold Rush Ranch, the full 2.0, is Violet's book, and these spin-off, Chestnut Springs, are Violet's brothers. So it is her 3 brothers, but I think there's supposed to be 4 books in this series. And there may or may not we meet. So this is Rhett's book. He is the youngest brother, and Violet is the youngest of all the siblings. And then there is Cade and Bo. And then we meet Bo's friend, who's a surly, grumpy goalie for a hockey team. I want his book. I can't remember his name. I hope he is included, though. Tristan? Jasper is the hockey guy. But anyway, I said I wasn't going to talk about too much about books in my weekly vlogs, but I just can't help myself. Elsie Silver, Elsie freaking Silver. I love it. I am on page 118. I'm about a third of the way through, if you're wondering. My bookmark is Anthony Bridgerton. So I figured, I know Red's going to be a swoony hero because that's what Elsie does, and I've heard amazing reviews from all the ARC stuff. So I figured I might as well stick his little head up so he's peeking at us. But yeah, I'm so happy I finally have the chance to pick this up. This came out in June. I got this before it was even released in ebook form. I downloaded it on Kindle Unlimited as well and got synced up to where I am on my Kindle. So if I ended up being stuck at work today or something like that, or on the way home, I could pull it out and continue reading. I love Elsie Silver, and I plan on getting through as much as I can of this tonight. So freaking good already. I did get a package too. It came to work and then my boss gave it to me as we were leaving. And then I realized I forgot my phone, so then I had to go back in. So I figured I'd share it with you. I got a coupon and a gift card to Annie's, which is an online craft place. And they have a pattern book that I have been wanting forever. And I was going to get the PDF version, and I was like, no, I want the paper version, and I am so excited. Look at what it is. Kitty couches. And there's 3 different kinds of couches. Look at this. Oh, I know. Oh my goodness, you were excited. I know. And she loves circles, so I'm probably going to try to make her this one. I have a PDF of one of these 3, but I wanted the full set. And so instead of getting the PDF, I opted for the printed one because I feel like I know people who have cats, and I know my aunt's a veterinarian. My brother's girlfriend is a vet tech at a local veterinary place. My aunt's in San Diego. She has her own vet clinic in San Diego. And my good friend, who her husband is also my coworker, and his parents are own where I work. That's Patty and Dan. And then Matt is their son, and he's also one of our mechanics along with Dan. And his wife, Jen, which I know I've talked about before, she is a surgical nurse at the CSU vet hospital here in town. And so I'm surrounded by vets. So I cannot wait to freaking make one of these. They are so cute. I have a huge stack of foam. That's part of what this pile over here is like craft stuff. These are like magazines I need to file, but this is all like ongoing project stuff. And one of the things is a huge thing of like memory foam that I bought that I saw on clearance somewhere that I thought would be perfect to make these. So I finally have the pattern, and now I have to make one, and I have other things I need to finish first, but aren't they just, look at it, it's so cute. I mean, the cat's not having the picture, but it even has like tiny little granny, I love this one. It's got a little granny square blanket over the back of it. It's so cute. I love it. So I'm excited. If you couldn't tell, today is an exciting day. All right, so I will put that in the recycling. And let's do the quest calendar. Oh, really? I'm almost done. So yesterday we were able to explore Loftaria. So we'll see what happens today, if we get some more time to explore, or if we end up going to the race. And yep, today is the job board, so we can earn some extra money, replenish what we sent. There's a skull on the job board. That's cool. Okay. You find a job board in town. Take on some jobs to earn some coin. So there are 3 things. Help in the Great Air Race, Wizard Seeks Apprentice, and Bird Watcher Needed. Okay. Fun. Let me get my dice out. Medicine. Why are you so pouty? Why are you so pouty? Okay, so first off is Help in the Great Air Race, which is a strength roll reminder locksmith. You meet a shady character at a local tavern. He wants you to sneak into the Spire at night and sabotage some ships by rigging their connections to the docks. He claims to have inside information on how to do this to effectively lock the ships to their moorings. He also has a list of ships to target. Most ships won't find out until the day of the race when they try to pull away. By then, it will be too late and they will miss the race. No, I'm not sabotaging the race. Next. Okay, Wizard Seeks Apprentice. Wisdom roll reminder Arcane Adept. An old wizard is looking for help cleaning up his laboratory. He shows you a cleaning closet with enchanted mops, brooms, buckets, and sponges. He gives you the magical book of instructions and tells you to see him when done. He then walks off without offering any more help. This is total Fantasia vibes. So we will try and see what we can do. And this is a wisdom roll, which is a +2. And we rolled a 7. So we have a 9. If the result is a 14 or less, you try to read through the tome and fumble through the instructions for activating the magical cleaning equipment. Within seconds, the place is a wreck. The equipment has gone crazy and creates a bigger mess. The wizard must stop the equipment himself. He angrily throws 2 gold at you and tells you to beat it. Well, we at least made 2 gold for trying. Alright, and then the last one, a bird watcher needed, a charisma roll, reminder animal tamer. A bird keeper watches over a stable at the Spire. These birds are owned by others, and most will be used in the Great Air Race. Due to the attention of the race, the stable is busy. The keeper simply wants help taking care of the birds while she leaves to secure another facility. While on watch, someone sets fire to the barn, not the burbs. Okay, so this is a charisma roll with Animal Tamer. Our charisma is a 0, but we have Animal Tamer, which is a +2, and we also get another +2 from our followers. So we are a total of +4. And that is a 19. So we are at 23. If the result is 14 or more, you do a fantastic job keeping the birds calm and herding them to safety away from the flames while the local fire squad puts out the fire. Excuse me. You are paid 8 gold for the hazards you suffered. So a total of 10 gold. Not too bad. I feel like usually our job boards give us a lot more, but that's okay. And that is it. So I'm guessing maybe tomorrow will be the Great Air Race. Unless there's something else that we have to do in town before that. So I'm excited. That was super fun. I will mark down our gold on my character sheet. And that is all I have for you today. So I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Ugh. I'm telling you, I just live for Fridays at this point, but that's okay. It's all good. We shall see what tomorrow brings. See you soon. Hello. Good morning. Excuse the hair. I am just eating breakfast before I get ready to go to work, and I figure while I eat my breakfast and drink my iced coffee, although my ice is already melted, it is so hot, I figured I'd do today's update instead of waiting till tonight when I get home. So last night I did finish Flawless by Elsie Silver. 5 stars, 5 freaking stars. I can't not give this book 5 stars. I love Elsie so much, and the way that she writes her heroes. Honestly, this makes me want to do a reread of Off to the Races because it's been a while since I've read it. Almost a year. And I kind of want to reread it. It was just... Off to the Races is probably still my favorite. But I'm very, very excited. Now, when I got to the end, I didn't want to overhype myself too much. So when I got this, if you happen to watch that vlog when this came in the mail, I mentioned the chapter for Cade's book at the end, Heartless, and how just glancing at it, it talks about like knitting and crafting stuff. But that's not actually what's going on, because it is someone that he's interviewing for a nanny position or something like that, and so it's not actually who his person is, which makes me kind of slightly disappointed, but it's my fault. I read that one little clip and hadn't read Flawless yet, so I didn't know who the people were, and so I don't think Cade's person is a crafter. But it seems like I did not read it. I did kind of glance through just to see the name. And I think that Cade is going to be set up with Summer's best friend. And I I cannot wait. I did look up, the pre-order has been up since this came out. Excuse me. And it says on the blurb, the release date is to be determined, but there's a placeholder date of October 28th. So I'm guessing it'll be in the October range. I cannot wait. I cannot freaking wait. Now, I feel like Jasper is going to get a book, because I remember a newsletter came out shortly after this was released where Elsie Silver had a poll that was like, whose book are you most interested in getting, or something like that. And it had 3 names on it. And there's only 2 other brothers, Bo and Cade. So I feel like I'll have to see if I saved that newsletter. And if so, I'll have to look, because I really hope Jasper gets a book. But, you know, I just want more from Elsie Silver. And I would love for Theo to get a book if she does a book for, like, the Bull Riders and their circuit. I just want all of the books from Elsie Silver. But, me gushing, I tried really hard not to gush too long, because I'm going to save that for my wrap-up. But 5 stars, 5 freaking stars. If I gave 6 stars, this would probably be a 6-star. But I live Elsie Silver, so are we surprised? Now, I'm gonna set this over here I know for Summer of Swoon, I use this for author rec, because author rec is something that Shelby did, and she put on her Instagram, it saved in her story highlights, that a bunch of authors that she recommends, and Elsie's one of those authors. Which is how I found Elsie in the first place, is because Shelby recommended her last year, and I went down the rabbit hole. And then I'm trying to find my note here. Okay. And then I was able to use this for the Ripped Bodice Summer Bingo for dance. It's one of the main characters isn't a dancer, but there is a really cute scene where they go two-stepping at the local bar, and I just love it. It's such a good scene, and it's kind of the first time that Rhett really pushes past his dislike for Summer being there in the first place, and really starts to act on the feelings that he's harboring for her. So I decided to count it, because there is a dancing scene in there where they are two-stepping. I'm not sure what I'm going to pick up next. I need to pick up the Smart Woman Rude Romance book this weekend. I have some plans tonight after work, so I don't know what the plan is, but I will let you know in next week's vlog what I end up picking up. But let's do the quest calendar, and then I can wrap this all up. So yesterday we went through the job board, and we did 2 of the 3 jobs because I did not want to rig the race. So let's see what today brings. Ooh. It looks like the race is starting. Super cool. The Spire is busy on race day. Many ships are stocking up on supplies and setting off to the race spot. There is even a spectator ship that is charging passengers to attend and view the event. There is some commotion regarding a few participant ships having trouble leaving the dock, for some reason. At the end of the dock, Captain Spaulding is pulling his ship, the Devil's Heart, out to fly off to the race. Very cool. Okay, so race to catch up to the ship. Dexterity, reminder, athlete. So our dex is a +6, and we do have athlete, which gives us a +2. And our follower also has athlete, which gives us another +2, so we are at a +10. So let me pull out my D20. It's a 9, but that makes it 19. So 15 or more. You race at full speed to catch up to the ship. It has pulled away from the pier a bit, but you leap to jump aboard. You sail through the air and land on the deck with majestic flair. Take a drink. Okay. Sorry, my allergies are super crazy in the mornings. Alrighty, so Captain Spaulding greets you on the ship. Well, what a surprise. We're glad you made it. We're going to need you to man the cannons during the race. The official rules didn't ban deadly force, so things are bound to get ugly up here. You need to locate and take one of each of the 2 flags that have been hidden throughout the islands, and be the first ship to get it to the finish line. The Devil's Heart may not be the fastest ship, but we got the best pilots, navigators, and crew there is. You are able to negotiate the prize with the captain. The only thing you'll be taking if you win is the trophy that contains the gate yard. Yay! Cool. So it sounds like next week we are going to be working on the race, which will be super fun. I wasn't sure what to expect knowing this was an air planet, but this is fun. I'm enjoying this. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you saw anything fun or have any recommendations of books for me to read, please let me know down below. Or if you're as excited of what we're doing as the quest calendar with this great race, let me know that as well. But I will see you all very, very soon. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you choose to, and I will see you all very, very soon.